Hi everybody, welcome to the Scott Show, the workout with the Scott Show, getting all pumped up and jacked up and ready to rock and roll. My name is Scott Yazel. I am the founder and host of the Scott Show here on thescottshow.com. We're at patreon.com/scottshow. We are also at tinyurl.com/scottshow. That will get you to the YouTube. I just fixed that up. So, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on the challenge that I made to myself on Tuesday. So Tuesday we came up with the first episode of the Workout with the Scott Show, and I said, I'm going to go to the gym, which I did not do on Tuesday night. I did it actually on Wednesday night, yesterday night, yesterday night. I never heard anybody say that, but hey, that's a Scott Show first. Yesterday night, that's awesome. But last night I went to the gym, which was a lot of fun. It was really cool to be back in there. I have not been to the gym in a while. I did weigh in, which I was a little freaked out about. So if anybody has been there, done that, I know I want to give a shout out to a good friend, Chris Cherry. We used to be on the Human Rights Commission together. He talked about running and doing really cool things too, and just kind of having that same kind of thing I did. So, moving forward, I just wanted to let you guys know I did go to the gym last night, checked out the elliptical. The challenge is 2,500 strides on the elliptical for 20 minutes. So, the results are in. Drum roll, please. We'll do a little drum roll there. Worst drum roll in the history of all mankind. But I did 2,710 strides, 2,710 strides, beating my goal by 210 strides, which was awesome. I did 232 calories burned yesterday. Unfortunately, folks, the way I eat, I put it back together. So we're going to talk about eating here on the Workout with the Scott Show podcast in the future. It's going to get better. I can promise you all it's going to get better. So, 2710, 232 in the calories, and the next challenge is coming, and I don't know what it is, folks. I got to think about what I want to do. I am going to get to the big challenge, which I would like to do a 10-minute mile on the treadmill. So, that is one challenge that I am not ready for, I don't think. I might try it, but I want to urge you guys to challenge me. So I'm going to pick a different equipment piece and go for the gold. So if it's lifting, 50 pounds, whatever. I mean, 100 times. I'll take that challenge. But, I'm just saying, I want you guys to get involved in this. I think it'd be really cool. I like to be challenged. I challenged myself for 20 minutes. 2,500 strides. I did that. I actually thought about going tonight and challenging myself again to beat that, to beat 2710. So we'll see, and if that does happen, I'll be right back here on the Scott Show tomorrow. But the long distance challenge, folks, and I'm going to start this event, and I'm going to move it forward to December 2020, December 24th. 2020 on the calendar. This will be, of course, after the election, after all the fun that we're going to have. The challenge is to burn and to lose 40 pounds by the time I turn 40 in 2020, which actually equals out to be 40. So go figure. So my goal, that is the plan, that is the goal, 40 pounds. I'm going to post an event on Facebook, and we'll go for that and see where we can do. But the Scott Show, this workout show, will help, I hope to God, for my, it's just everything for me. And I know that sounds self-centered, but I'm going to be self-centered with this thing. Because I think that, I can help out people, but you got to help out yourself first. And I don't feel right. And I want to feel right, so I want to lose 40 pounds by the time I turn 40 years old, which will be December 24th, 2020. Of course, I will have a birthday, at 39. I will be this upcoming year. And still, the other challenge is to run Grandma's Marathon. Of course, that is a challenge coming up. I did look and think, and I'm going to plan it out here in the next few, probably next week, whether or not to run the North End Nightmare 5K. I thought it'd be an interesting 5K to run. I've never got to run it. I don't think I ran, except for on a trail, on the Millennium Trail, but I don't think I ran a road race in Superior. So I really want to do that. And North End Nightmare, it's just kind of like home, but it's not, because East End Superior would be home for me. So hey, East End days, I'll challenge you guys next time. Do a 5K. I'll totally do it up with you guys. I would run that in a minute, all the way down 5th Street, or however you guys want to do it. I would totally do that any day of the week. So I do got to give a shout out to Anytime Fitness and the wonderful people there. And I love being on the elliptical. I just joke around and listen to angry music and party to it. So that's just me. So a lot of different things going on. Whether or not I run the half marathon, whether or not I run the North End Nightmare, whether or not I run the Gallop in November, and the Jingle Bell Run in December. I mean, I could get right back to the whole run thing, and I should. And you should too, if you want to get out and about and do fun things. You should go running. And I'm going to try to do a 10-minute mile, but I'm going to try to do it outside. I'm going to try to do an outside 10-minute mile first, and then we'll go from there. So that is upcoming challenges for the Scott Show. For me, as a human being, because I need to challenge myself. I think that's super important. But I do want to thank you all for listening to the Scott Show. I'm always excited to be on here, to be live with you guys, and to set up challenges. And so I'm going to make the event on Facebook. It's going to be, lose 40 by the time I turn 40, or however it's going to be named. But I think that's going to be exciting. Grandma's, North End Nightmare, and just hitting the gym altogether. I do want to give a shout out to my buddy Dustin, who said that 3 times a week I should do that and lay down a challenge. And I should, and then I'll come on here and I'll talk about it, because I think that's fun. So, if you guys have never heard the show before, have never heard the podcast before, I'm trying to get some guests, so if you want to join and talk about cool stuff, check out thescottshow.com. My Facebook is right there. You can link it up, send me a message, say, hey, I want to get on this podcast with you, and I'll say, sure, let's do that. Skype works. We can. You don't have to be from Duluth. So, this has been the Scott Show, the workout with the Scott Show. I do have medals from all the running that I did do before I gained back weight, from the Color Run in 2016 all the way to the Jingle Bell Run last year, which I believe was my last race. So I didn't do any races this year, but I think I will, starting with the North End Nightmare, if that's the game plan. So thank you guys so very much. I appreciate you so very much. We're going to have great challenges coming up, and it's just that time, folks, to come and hang out and work out with the Scott Show. So I'm going to play some tunes. We can get out of here. I'll talk to you guys here real soon. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow, I'll come on here and then we'll talk a little bit more. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Have fun and enjoy life.